Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to talk about a topic that I've been waiting to do a very long time. And the delay is because, to be honest, I wasn't even sure how I would start this video off or how I would even get the message I'm trying to push out there. See, this is not something that is your standard. For example, I'd read something in the news and then I'd comment on it. This video, think of it as me just freestyling off the top of my head and from my heart, but mixing it with some data to back up my argument. Now I'm going to make a bold statement right now, and you can confirm or deny in the comment section. I'm speaking to the whole of Jamaica right now, whether you're the yard or abroad. Answer this question for me. How many of you can count on one hand the time your parents randomly gave you a hug and told you they loved you? I'm going to ask the question again because I want people to think about it. How many of you listening to me right now can count randomly, just randomly, right? Meaning you're not at some event, you're not at some function, you didn't just graduate from school. I mean just randomly. As a child growing up, your parents just randomly gave you a hug and told you they love you. See, when I say Jamaican children are some of the most hugless children on the planet, it's because from my experiences traveling, and I'm fortunate that I've been able to do a lot of traveling in my life, especially after I left the uniform. It was one of the first things that stood out to me, observing other cultures raising their children. Jamaican children simply do not get hugged enough. They don't get told they're loved enough. They don't get told they're special enough. Now, the reason why this is so terrible is because when people talk about crime and violence and attitude and culture, and we talk about how Jamaica has this hot-headed culture, everybody a bad man, a bad night in the chat. People are so quick to tear each other apart, both physically or both literally and metaphorically. People don't really talk about where it's coming from. People act like this madness just fall from outer space and Jamaicans are these aliens that just drop on this island one day and nobody know we end up like this. We know how we end up like this. It's coming from our childhood. Let me show you some stats before I go any further. Look at your screen right now. It says, for those who can't see it properly, and I quote, "From birth to age 5, a child's brain develops more rapidly than at any other time in life, and research has shown that a child's experiences in these early years, positive or negative, nurtured or neglected, directly affect how the brain develops, with long-term impact on the child's health and ability to learn and succeed in school and life." Right? So about 80 to 90% of a child's brain develops by age 5. The human brain, the command center of the entire body, is not fully developed at birth. A newborn's brain is about a quarter of the size of the average adult brain. So the first 5 years, when you're a pitney, they're very, very important. For the average Jamaican child, those 5 years, those initial 5 years, that's when enough people get told them now go turn out for be nothing. And guess what? Them turn out for be nothing. That's when enough Jamaican children are told them dunce and nana sense. Guess what? Them grow up come turn dunce and nana sense. That's when enough Jamaican children are told they're going to become a criminal like your poopa. And guess what? They grow up to become criminals like them poopa. Another piece of the research states that, and I quote, "The early years are the best opportunity for a child's brain to develop the connections they need to be healthy, capable, successful adults. The connections needed for many important higher level abilities like motivation, self-regulation, problem solving and communication are formed in these early years, or not formed. It's much harder for these essential brain connections to be formed later in life. Starting to make sense yet? How many of you are flashing back to your childhood? How many of you are flashing back to your own early years? See, when you see this hothead culture we have in Jamaica, when you see how people, adults in Jamaica, when you hear me talk about picnic stuck in a big people body, this is where it's coming from. As a culture, Jamaicans struggle with everything listed in this excerpt you see on your screen. Motivation. How many highly motivated people you know in your life around you? Go on, just think about it. Jamaicans have a defeatist attitude. No matter where you go, you can't even give a Jamaican an idea. Jamaican have this defeatism is so strong in Jamaica that as soon as they give somebody an idea, them already shoot it down. Because that's just how people like this thing not gonna work. That can't work. Only them man can achieve that. Only Mr. Chin can do that. Only the white man can do that. That is the attitude in Jamaica. Defeatist. That was instilled in the population at birth, from childhood. Everything them say when them look, mommy look on this, mommy look on that, tap your eyes, move in the corner, you chat too much. Go over there, go sit down. Mommy look on this, tap your eyes. That's what them hear. You know, mommy when I grow up, I want a bit, no, you can't do that, you're too fool, you're too dunce. That's what the children them hear. So when them grow up, motivation gone. Self-regulation, don't make me talk about that. Where is that? Self-regulation? Listen, when you meet an adult in Jamaica who is disciplined and can self-regulate, you better hold on to them tight, par with them. Few and far between. Problem solving? Don't come on. Even a simple debate between which footballer is better than which footballer can lead to somebody end up down at the Kingston Public Hospital, or even worse, down at Dovecot. But I talk about problem solving, right? And that's just one type of problem solving. In general, this is just not something we excel at. Communication, how to come? I don't even need to tell you about that one. Communicate. Listen, as soon as the first disagreement happens, somebody have to tell somebody about their mother. And people find that funny. Which color the best color? Blue. Well, me like red. Well, go suck your mother. Poor communication. And people laugh about this and brag about this. People find it funny that adults cannot communicate effectively without resorting to such means. Right? Now you understand where it's coming from. Because as the research is showing, all of this is being formed in the early years. And when you turn big people, when you turn an adult, it's much harder to shake off. You see, the truth is, enough people become who they are now from them a pitney. I don't say your body grow. Most of you are already formed and shaped, mentally. Your belief systems, your religion, your ethics, your values, they're shaped from your young. I don't say your body grow up, come catch it up with your brain. Sure, later on in life, some people can change, right? And some people have the kind of emotional intelligence where no matter what they've been through as a child, they can overcome it. But how many people have that emotional intelligence? How many people who come from these dysfunctional homes, these acidic communities, have the emotional intelligence to say, you know what? I might come from this environment, but I'm not going to make it shape who I am. Not many. Not many, I can tell you that right now. For enough people, they simply become what they were raised to become. Then become what they were nurtured to become. Raised by hotheads, then become hotheads. Raised by acidic people, they become acidic. Right? I'm just putting that out there because I know Simple Simon is going to tell me in the comment section about a few exceptions. See, it's one of the craziest arguments when people try to use the few who don't fall under it to try to make some kind of counter argument. No. This is all coming from childhood. Hugless, loveless, unwanted children. All over the stoplight. You want to see them? When you want to see them in person, go to one stoplight anywhere in the Kingston metropolitan area. Go down at any big city, you will see them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. As a matter of fact, soon, by the next couple of years, you probably soon start to see baby out in a diaper. You soon see baby out in a diaper fend for themselves or beg you a stoplight. Unwanted, unloved. And people say, sir, people ever say that you can't say the pitney name unwanted, I mean people don't want them pitney. Well, are you judging by words or are you judging by actions? After all, we have a society where 9-year-old boys have to go road, go look it to provide for their mother. Total madness. And as for the young girl in our society, see, we all know the young girl who is very promiscuous, run up and down, always a try to get attention from this man and that man. And we see that and we say, boy, I don't so she stay. Boy, she does love man. The reality is, not for these young girls, the promiscuous ones, the reason why them run down so much man and them want so much man and then can't satisfy is because they're chasing something they never had as a child. Just ask the background of any of these females. Just ask them, tell me, what was the relationship like with your father? And you'll hear 9 times out of 10, you'll hear the same answer. I'm not even going to tell you the answer. Enough people are going to write it in the comment section. Anybody who's ever dated a female who have daddy issues, who have father issues, you will know that's hell and powder horse. You see, the early relationship a young woman or a little girl have with her father, it helps to shape her entire life with men. Now, I don't know what the experts them up at the universities are going to tell you, but from my observation, you see, when a little girl have daddy in her life, and daddy can be her hero, and daddy can be her protector and her provider, and daddy hugs her constantly and tell her say him love her, right? And even when time she not do nothing, daddy just remind her how special she is. That little girl grew up to look at life and look at men completely different from the one who didn't have none of that. So why do I focus on the hug? You see, a hug is powerful. It's underrated. What happens when somebody hugs you? What do you feel? Apart from the obvious physical connection. Well, one, you feel security. You feel comfort. Right? And the human body connects on a metaphysical level because energy is important. And when you hug somebody, you transfer energy between you and that person. When a parent hug a child, the emotions, the feelings from the parents transfer into the child. You can feel it, right? If you, I understand that people don't normally just hug people every day, but just try it next time. The next time you hug somebody, whether your wife or your bridging, next time you give somebody a real hug, just notice you can feel the energy being transferred between you. See, if you're truly in touch with your spiritual side, you can tell your friend from your foe with just a hug. Even if them say the exact same words and hug you in the exact same way, you can just feel this person is not really into me. I wonder if not listen to me. You can hug somebody and tell this person will slit my throat if them get the chance. You can just feel that this is not genuine. Same hug, you know. Two people give the same hug. The exact same way, them hold it the exact same way, but one of them you just feel it like, no, this person is potentially dangerous to me. When you hug somebody, you are creating a physical bond. And speaking about bond, you want me showing you so even the biggest bad man them, even the worst 87s them, really, no for them you to short a hug when them grow up. Put them in a party setting. Put them in an environment where they can let them hear down and then they're really as tense and as, you know, as they're not as conscious as being tough and rougher. Just put them in a setting where they might enjoy themselves amongst them gang. And you will see, as soon as them start drinking too liquor, what them start do? Them start hug up each other. I wonder if you not listen to me. I don't know how many people live in a certain place or have access to a certain place where them can really go take in a group of 87s. Just make them dip on a spot and make them get nice. Music a play and they start drink liquor. Just watch what them start do. Man start hug up man and throw on the shoulder, yo, my bridging this, I'm a dog this. And everybody, the physical contact start to increase. And you start to see a camaraderie between them that if you don't really know what go on, they might even wonder for some kind of sprat business. Right? Because the man them just start get really emotional. Man start pour out them heart. Just make them man them liquor. Right? And their inhibitions get lowered. Watch, man start pour out them heart. Big bad man. Start opening up to them bridging. And the reality is, you see, enough youths, enough of these criminals, they don't feel that camaraderie until them end up in a gang. See, in their homes, often their single mother homes, them not have no father to give them no discipline. But when them join the gang, guess what? They done give them discipline. They done tell them, say, don't do this, go over here so, and if you do that, this will happen to you. See, it get to the point where enough of these dons are literally called father. Father this and father that and father Zeeks. Don't you find it strange that Jamaica is one of the few places where young men refer to other men as their father and the man is not them father? Travel around the road and see how often it is. You hear that? Jamaican boys, Jamaican men want their fathers in their lives. They're constantly seeking a daddy. And enough of those daddies in Jamaica, unfortunately, are very acidic people. Enough of those daddies are 90 octanes. Enough of those daddies are criminal politicians. Enough of those daddies are crooked people in law enforcement. And when them realize that the young youths them cling on to their word, right, and the young youth them look for leadership and structure, they then see the perfect cannon fodder to go send upon some bogus ops to kill somebody. And when them done with the youths them either sell them out to police or them same ones in another 87 to kill them off. People, the conveyor belt of death. Nobody no want to talk about this. Nobody no want to talk about the fact that enough Jamaican youths the first time they feel like them are smarty is when them join one another. Enough Jamaican youths, the first time them feel like people care about them is when them join Stone Crusher. They've never had that feeling in their home. So now I'm sitting down on the corner, right? Being coached, being groomed, being coerced into death and destruction by acidic people. People who are going to tell him to listen. In order for you to prove to me how much of a man you are, you have to go breed 10 women. Even though you don't even have enough money in your pocket right now to buy 1 pound of rice and 1 tin mackerel, you need to go there, go have as many children as you can. And that's how we are going to rate you as a man. And then, to prove to the others on the block, forget the ratings, right? Forget the big up, him go out there, turn serial breeder. And now we have 10 more children who are unwanted, unloved, and hugless. Because they were not brought into this world out of, you know what, I want to start a family, I want to have children. They were brought to prove a point. They were brought into this world for bragging rights. So, you want to start making small changes? I'll tell you how you can start making small changes. Your children them, tell them, you're a star. Tell them, your future is bright. Tell them, I love you. Tell them, I care about you. Tell them, listen, the reason why I do this, the reason why I reprimand you, the reason why I tell you say you can't get the TV today or the video game today is because I don't want it to distract you from your schoolwork or distract you from this and that. Talk to your children. You see, this whole heap of you're black and you're ugly and you're tough and you're not gonna be nothing and you might think say, oh, are just words. But you see, when the brain grow between those crucial years, 1 to 5, you see when the child grow up and then it come like everything you said just a stick to them, they remember those words. And it helps to shape the insecurities that come on later on in life, that low self-esteem, especially when it comes on to, for example, their looks or even their skin tone. A lot of those things come from birth. A lot of these youths, enough Jamaican children, enough Jamaican people, they hate the melanin in their skin. Because when they were children, their mother, them auntie, people in their yard, tell them, say them black and ugly. So the first money them get, them go buy them bleaching cream. So I'm not going to spend all my time talking about how to fix adults. You've already seen it. Most of what you learn, most of what you believe already shaped from your young. If you really want to change society, you must change from the youth. That's where we start. That's when we're going to start to see a society that is more loving and affectionate and is trustworthy, and we're going to start to see certain qualities like integrity, honor, values, things that Jamaica is seriously lacking now. That's when we're going to start to see more of that. These big fancy advertising campaigns put up billboards over here so I try to convince adults who don't set into them ways already, so they must suddenly become nice people and suddenly start to communicate. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's not impossible. Yes, people can change later on in life, but for the most part, you've seen the data, you've seen the research. It's shaped from youth. It's shaped from childhood. People, I'm just reasoning with you. I'm not proclaiming to be any be-all, end-all expert or nothing like this, right? As me say, I'm sure the PhD scholars them up at UA can probably give you another version and tell us, well, them textbook tell you this. I don't know, I'm just a reason the people them. That's what I do. Just a reason what I see and what I observe. A nation of unwanted and hugless children. And until that change, enough of the thing them, who ball out in a society, they're not going anywhere. You can go for the body's police commissioner, you want to find. You can go for all the security minister, you want to find. You can go for all the prime minister, you want to find. There's just some things they will never be able to fix, no matter how good they are. Not for Jamaica's problems. Sorry, I'll go even further. Most of Jamaica's problems start from the home and the community. Those are the two things we need to fix first. The home and the community. Because that is where your culture and your mindset is shaped. From the people who you are around on a day-to-day basis. And based on the culture and mindset you pick up there, that is what will carry you through life. Again, some people change, some people learn this and okay, well that's not the wrong and the right. But to do that, you need a certain level of emotional intelligence, and it's not everybody have that. When those two things fix, that's when Jamaica will change. But this is just my opinion. Let me know yours. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, more life. People, take care and stay safe. Bless up.